This is the Feria Internacional de los Paises, Fuengirola's International Festival, and for a few days the fairground turns into a mini trip around the world with different countries represented through food, music, dance, craft and their own casetas. This year was the 30th anniversary, which probably explains why it was so busy, and when I say busy I mean proper busy. But before I get into the food, I actually managed to catch something I completely missed last year. I actually managed to catch some of the parade this year, which I completely missed last time. And this is a part that makes the festival feel bigger than just food stalls. You've got music, costumes, dancing, flags, vehicles, people lining the streets, and then once you're inside the fairground, the same energy carries on all the way through the casetas. That's what I think makes the festival work, because every few meters the atmosphere changes. But after the parade, I had one very obvious problem. I was starving and there was way too much choice.
Before I eat anything, I'm going to do a proper lap first. I think I got a little bit overwhelmed last year, so I kind of just followed wherever looked good. This year, I want to see what's actually there before I commit to anything.
That was the plan anyway. Do a lap, look at the menus, see what was different and then choose properly. But I'd arrived later than planned and the festival was already packed and I was absolutely starving. The whole calm and strategic approach was already under threat. So before I committed to anything, I wanted to see just how much was actually here. The thing with this festival is that it's not really a quick grab one thing and then you leave kind of event. Every country has its own little space and some of them feel completely different from each other. You go from grills and smoke to live music and there's queues wrapped around some of the casetas. It's part food festival, part street party, part cultural fair and part endurance test if you arrive hungry like I did. Eventually I just had to stop looking and actually choose something. In the end I stopped at Costa Rica, but the whole point of coming here was to try something different. While I was waiting for the food, I grabbed a strawberry granizado and a non-alcoholic pina colada, which honestly at that point might have been the best decision I made all day.
I actually don't like the alcoholic version of pina colada anyway.
For the food, I ordered two things. I ordered a tamale. I'm not gonna lie, I had to look up because I wasn't completely sure what I was eating. And I had a plantain dish with barbecue meat. The tamale was a surprise. It was wrapped in a banana leaf. It was really soft, full of flavour, and it was a little bit different from what I was expecting.
I wasn't sure what it was at first. I thought it was like some mashed potato with fish and veg. It's really tasty.
And then the plantain was nice too, but it was a bit drier.
They're alright, it's a little bit dry. It's actually quite expensive because it should have been €8 and they put all the prices up to 14.
The one thing that I didn't notice this year was the price. Festival prices are high anyway, I get that, but some dishes felt like they jumped up quite a bit. And when you're paying €14 for one plate, you do start to question whether it was worth it or not. And this is where the reality of the festival started to kick in.
It's so busy. I don't remember it being like this last year. Everybody's just sat down on the floor and the wall. I needed this. The only thing is I need some water or a proper drink afterwards because these are full of sugar.
This is the reality of this kind of event. It looks amazing on camera and it is, but it's also hot, it's loud, it's crowded and you do need a bit of patience. Finding somewhere to sit wasn't easy and some places you couldn't really sit inside unless you were ordering from that bar. So yeah, go for the food and the atmosphere, but also go prepared. But there was one place that I've been curious about all day and that was Iceland. One of the things I was really curious about this year was Iceland because apparently it was here for the first time. In my head, I don't know, I think I expected something really specific, maybe like fish or something dry, something unusual, something that felt really Icelandic. When I found it, it just looked like a barbecue stall. That's not a bad thing, I'm sure it was nice, it's just that I wanted to try different food. So I was glad that I found it because it paid off my little mission for the day, but I didn't end up stopping there. So Iceland didn't give me the surprise I expected, but I still had room for one more thing. After that I switched to something sweet. My main camera died by that point, so the rest of the day became a little bit more improvised. Anyway, I stopped at Italy and picked up a cannoli. I don't think that I've actually ever had a proper one before. It kind of reminds me a little bit of a brandy snap, but made out of pastry and cream. Do you know what? I thought it was really nice. The pastry had softened a little bit, probably from sitting out and from me carrying it around. So anyway, if you're thinking of coming here, this is what I would actually do differently. Walk around first if you can because the choice is huge, and also it's very easy to panic order the first thing that looks good. Also check the menu and prices before you join a queue because some things are better value than others. I'd say go early in the day if you want it calmer, especially if you're going with kids or you don't love big crowds. I'd say bring some water or buy some water because although the drinks are nice, after a while you're probably going to want something that isn't pure sugar. And also don't stick to the countries that you already know. Some of the best bits of this kind of festival are the random surprises. Before I left Fuengirola, I wanted to get away from the crowds and answer the real question, would I actually recommend it? My honest verdict on Fuengirola International Festival, it is worth visiting, especially if you're in the area and you want something colourful, busy, international and full of atmosphere. But I definitely wouldn't go expecting a relaxed little food market. It's big, it's loud, it's crowded, and it can get expensive, especially if you start buying a few dishes and drinks. What I like most is the variety. I like that it's more than just a food festival. I like that you can go into all the little casetas and there's dancing and music and everything. And honestly, I'm glad that I came back. This is the version of the Spanish vlogs that I want to keep building, that it's authentic and honest. So I guess it leaves me to say, if you enjoyed this, do all those lovely YouTube things that help small channels like mine grow. And also let me know in the comments, would you go to a festival like this for the food, the music, or just the atmosphere? And let me know if there's any other festivals in and around Spain or even in other countries that I could go and explore, and I shall give you the real deal. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.